Welcome, one and all, to the cauldron that is Suncorp Stadium. I am your host of the evening, Jordan Lewis, here with my good Daniel Hellier. And Daniel, we are in for a clash of the Titans tonight.
Yeah, great clash here tonight. Both teams coming off a win last week. Jack Cole and the Brisbane Broncos picking up their first win of the season here, and it's going to be a great match here.
And you taking the words right out of my mouth. Cahill, the former captain of mine, absolutely leading his boys around the park last week for their first ever victory. The Knights coming 2-1, but of course having that disastrous week there. Still coming off of a very tight win against the Cowboys. And in a game where the points for that got split almost right down the middle for everyone on the field.
Yeah, definitely. Good split of plays there as we see Broncos run out to the home fans. It's going to be a great matchup here today between these two teams. I'm really excited.
Same here. I can definitely say the same for myself as we see Liam Ryan lining up for his for the first kick of the day. We are just seconds away from kickoff here, folks. And as he goes off, we see him kick it straight down the guts there. It's going straight to Plush. Plush takes it running up the middle, being tackled right on the 20, but drags him past the 25-metre line. You can see them setting up here. Looks like they might be going for a wide screen off the right as they go to Realme. Realme into Mariora. Mariora taken on the 25 there as well. Tackle off the set. Realme again taking them on the line, and this time he's able to push onto the 30. And Daniel, it seems very early on here, this Knights team is going for a lot of the one-run hit-ups to try and make up meter.
Yeah, the Knights here just going through the forward so far, and they're going to see an early kick. Oh my God. Pretzel, take a bow. Welcome to the halves.
Well, I'm sure that many of the SRL old heads will remember a certain kick that happened in the Raiders versus the Cowboys. Very reticent there as we see the Broncos with a great attacking opportunity here in the 10 early on. We see Davis pushing up to the line, and he... The referee taking this up to the bunker, and yep, as we see, he's just been twisted onto his back. But hell yeah, you can't ask for a better start as a captain there. The Broncos will be absolutely salivating over this.
Yeah, well, got a bit lucky there. Pretzel absolutely botching a kick, and now they're going to have some tackles in the red zone. Fourth tackle there, they're going to have two more plays.
As we see them going to Caleb J. Caleb J pushing over and turned on his back once more. This is frustrating stuff if you're a Broncos fan. Of course, we're going up to, I don't know why they're going to the bunker there. There's no blade of grass touching that ball, but we will get a fifth tackle on the 10-metre line here. They've just got to put up a great kick and try and get the pressure on. As we can see, passing to Rossini. Rossini to Davis. Davis tries to put in the little chip, and, well, I've got nothing. That was ricochet football at its finest, but it comes up the way of the Knights. Joey June taking the ball on the 12-metre line there. Endurian breaks. What a run! And he'll pass it off there. The ball is still in play. Mariora with another break, and the Broncos defensive line is just Swiss cheese here tonight. Mariora Plush to Maxwell. Maxwell going straight up the guts. He'll play it there on the 32-metre line. Third tackle of the set. They go to Mariora again. Mariora to June. June takes it up to the 22. And just as we were saying, there's a big run through from Plush there. It was just a little while ago that they were on their 10-metre line. Now we're in Broncos territory. Puts up the big bomb, does Pretzel. He's made up for lost kicks there, but it's gone too deep.
Yeah, definitely.
And hell yeah.
Yeah, not a great kick there from Pretzel. That's his second stinker of the night. Just way too deep for any attackers to do there, and he needs to get his kicking game on today, or it's going to make it very hard for the Knights to get the win here tonight.
Well, someone should probably go into the locker and see if they can find his kicking boots. He seems to have left them somewhere down there. But again, at least that one didn't go backwards. Rossini now with the ball going to Jay. Jay to Cahill. Cahill, the magic man from last week, and he crosses over the 50-metre line. Passing off to Rossini. Rossini back to Cahill again. Cahill with another break. What a run from the courageous captain. And we see a 6 again for, I would assume, held in the tackle there. Martin making the pushing the line now. We're tackled first of the new set on the 20-metre line. Micaiah has taken it there 15 metres out, and the Broncos are looking good again, looking threatening. Rossini passes to Davis. Davis on to Ryan. Ryan with the break in the day! What a try from Liam Ryan. And I tell you what, they're going upstairs, but I would bet any level of money that he has got that one down.
Yeah, definitely. Beautiful break there from Liam Ryan. Just stepping past one, leaving him in the dust. He gets over there. That's a try.
Liam Ryan, stand up and take a bow, sir. What a try that is. And we'll see Ryan will be lining this one up again, almost from this. Sorry, I do think I've told a bit of a fib there. Sorry, it's been a very long day for myself, obviously with the other code having their big game today as well. But we will see, as I was saying, it is actually Liam Ryan. Ryan taking the shot in. He's got a bit of an angle on this one. He's bending it. And it's not there. Oh, he will be ruining that kick, Daniel.
Yeah, just misses the kick, just fading away to the right, and the Broncos looking really good in their second attacking field position, just making a lot of meters there. Jack Cole doing a great job, giving them some go forward there and drawing the penalty as well.
Absolutely, drawing that 6 again there, which was pivotal towards that try. We see Jet Davis taking the run up and taking the hit on the 10-metre. And that will be the first. Rossini passes on to Lee. Lee passes on to Cahill. Cahill trying to make another break there. 4 defenders running up onto him. That's great scramble defense from the Knights as we see Murray making another break, just as I said that they had done well in defense there. That is not what you want. Third tackle off the set on the 50-metre line here. Rossini to Micaiah. Micaiah taking another big hit up. And then again, there's another 3 Knights on himself. Rossini now onto Cahill. Cahill, he's again trying to make as many meters. This man, he can do no wrong so far. 61 meters in that set. We see them put up the bomb here. Caleb J taking it down the middle. That will go to Ewan Mayava. Ewan Mayava right there. Daniel, what can you say about this Broncos attack? They're just tearing the Knights defense to shreds here. Actually, as we see Mai making a big break there. Oh, the Queen of England, she's going through.
Oh, offload.
And we see an offload. Cameron Smith now taking it up, jogging it to the line there. But you can't really blame him. That would take a lot to chase down after Mai. Ryan Plush to Realme taking it on the line now. He's pushing. He's just short. Oh, Realme, he will be ruining that one. Plush trying to go himself, but getting pushed back there by that tough Broncos defense. Mayava to Maxwell. Maxwell pushing, and he will be held up short. 5th tackle. We'll see what they can do here. They try to run it on the last, but unsuccessful there, Daniel.
Yeah, no, it's really not looking good on their last tackle options. We saw just before Josh Pretlove, really bad kick, just pretty easy catch for Liam Ryan, not really many chases. Oh my goodness.
It seems that the bug of the forward pass has not yet left the SRL, and that leads to Keens. Keens crossing over for the Knights first, and we are 4 apiece. What a game.
Yeah, beautiful step there, just leaving Anthony Lee in the dust, and yeah, Pretzel given the chance to tie the to actually give them the lead.
And all of that off of one small error, and that just goes to show you it's moments in this game that make the call. As we see Pretzel lining up, and he has failed that one. He is having a rough night with the boot, and you can see he's mouthing a few choice words that I don't think I can repeat up here in the commentary box. He is not happy.
That's right. Can say all you want here.
Oh, as much as I would love to, I think there are probably a few people who appreciate hearing exactly what we're saying. Liam Ryan, he's lining up for a second kickoff of the night here. We are 4 apiece, 27 minutes into the game. or 27 minutes left, I should say. That's 13 into the game there. As we see Real Me taking the run up now, and he take the first and probably about 18 meters out from the line there. And Plush passes on to Smith, and Smith, he's a bit slow onto that line, and we might need to have a bit more line speed if they want to get anything close to that again. We see Real Me now taking it on to my self. Hodgkinson trying to go up the line. He'll be dragged down. Very lucky to stay in touch. We see Plush to Smith. Smith with the break. What a run, son. What a run. And he'll get past the 40-meter line. That will be the fourth tackle there. Moriora passing it on to Pretzel. Pretzel taking the tackle there on the 30. That will take him out of contention here for the kick.
Probably lucky.
And we'll see. Very much so. Hodgson kicking it down. Not a great kick there either, but what was Ryan doing?
Nothing. That's what he was doing. Just standing there.
Evidently, what was going on in his mind there? It's almost like he's gone to check his smartwatch to see what the result from the other code is. Liam Ryan, mate, I can tell you it was a great game, but you've got to be focusing on this one. Plush on the 10, passing to Smith. Into my Mayava. She will be tackled and turned onto her back just over the line there. And as we said, it's a battle of moments in this game we call SRL. And I would definitely say, hell yeah, that's one of those moments. We see the Knights here. They're pushing.
Yeah, the Knights looking really good with some momentum here. The Broncos just killing themselves with some really unforced errors so far, and we'll see if the Knights can capitalise again.
Mayava, he's over! The Welsh Dragon, Ewan Mayava, he scores the leader for the Knights, and the Knights take 8-4 here in Brisbane. What a break, what a step, what a try.
Yeah, beautiful try there from Mayava. And might I add, they were the person who tackled Liam Ryan into touch as well, so obviously they're had a really good 5-minute period there.
The Mayavas, they are standing up for the Knights here today. I don't know if Newcastle has a key to the city, but if you don't invent one and give it to them, they are absolutely standouts. As we see Pretzel finally getting that monkey off his back and getting the goal.
Yeah, big celebration there for someone who's shanked about 3 kicks so far.
Oh, now I know Pretzel very well. He is a very passionate man when it comes to his sport. Let the man celebrate. That was a good kick. We see Ryan taking the kick off. And that'll go down to the man of the hour himself, as he will be tackled there on the 20-meter, past the 20-meter line. What a push from Josh Pretzel there. And a penalty to boot. Broncos fans, don't turn off the TV just yet. I promise you there is plenty of football left in this game. But you would be thinking Cahill will be barking instructions at the boys for this.
Yeah, definitely is. See June take a run up there. The Knights doing really well so far, and the Broncos really just, not doing well, to be honest.
Injured. Then that forward pass, a great fend off, a great don't argue, thrown away by a forward throw. That's going to rub some salt in the wounds there, as we see Makaya break the line, and he'll get tackled there on the 40. Past the 40 even, that will be 35 out for the first tackle of the set. You can't ask for better field position than that. Then we see Martin tackled just about the same part of that line there. Rossini going for himself there, and what a break from the little dummy half. Ali, onto Martin onto Makaya. Makaya taking the ball on and will be tackled there about 12 meters out on the 4th. Here we go. Okay, onto Rossini. Rossini again doing a little dart there, and he'll push. He will get taken down on the 5th meter line. That's 63 meters gain. We'll see what the 5th tackle option is here. Very borderline pass there as Jet Davis crashes over, but he will be held up.
Yeah, both.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry, I do apologize there, hell yeah. I was just going to ask, what did you think of that set there?
Yeah, well, I thought they did pretty well in that set, but the last tackle option just really wasn't great there. Both teams just really struggling on their last tackle options and hurting their points.
It does seem like both teams want to put the boot away a little bit that close line. They've been going more and more for that little run off the 5th. As we see Hodgson breaking the line there for the Broncos, he's up to the 50 on the fourth tackle, and that is a fairly decent response here from the Knights. We see Ewan Mayava, he's making a break, but he will be tackled there on the 45th tackle here, 51 metres gained. And you see Pretzel, he's barking for it, he's going for it, and that is a much better kick than we've seen from the man today. That's taken a lot of pressure off there. We see Liam Ryan getting tackled there about 3 metres out from the line.
Yeah, I'll give him his props when he deserves it. That was a great kick there, just pinning the Broncos fullback down there, and Broncos really struggling to get out of their own end here off the back of that. And as the forward substitutions come on the front row, the cavalry has arrived, and see how they can go trying to make an impact on the side.
Well, we definitely give Pretzel his props. We'll also give Newcastle their props, as they have been doing a great job in shutting down this Broncos attack on this set. Fourth on the 35th. Looks like I can only assume they were going for a 40-20, but that's come off the side of the boot there, and Keens will be tackled for the first of the set on the 20-metre line. He'll go out, and that will go to Realme. Realme onto Smith. Smith will take 2 or 3 players there and drag them down. He'll play that on the 12-metre line. That will go to Realme. Realme on to Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson is almost there, but he's taken down short. And that will be played there on the 8-metre line. Plush to Mariora. Mariora onto Gamer. And Gamer tackled there again on the 8. 4 done in this set. So we see Joey June passing on to Latu. Latu pushes on his back. And that will be 5th. They're going to check this one just to make sure he doesn't get a blade of grass. But again, I don't think that finds the chalk there, Daniel.
Yeah, beautiful tackle there from 2 Broncos players, just managing to hold him up. And yeah, it's gone up as a no try. Last tackle play, we'll see if they can put on something here. Look for Josh Pretlove.
Pretzel goes for the grubber, and what? It's rubber by just as we were saying, he couldn't find his boots. Someone's ducked into the sheds before they've come on for that half of the half substitution. They've come on with them there, and what a well-weighted grubber for the Queen herself. What a try to the Knights.
Yeah, well, that's a great kick there. Most people won't know how hard that kick is to pull off, but putting it right on the money there, just for my Ava to go over, is beautiful kick. And yeah, Knights gonna have a pretty commanding lead now. They're just, I reckon in the next 15, 16 minutes, they're just gonna be in cruise control.
Well, you would think not. That's one of the things that most people will tell you in this beautiful game of ours. You do not take your foot off the pedal. It may be 12 points, but 12 points can easily be taken off, as I'm sure you're well aware there, Daniel. Plenty of 12 points that 12-point leads you had in the last season that never came to be. But as we see Liam Ryan, he's going to take another shot off. It looks like he might try to track this one down onto the left-hand side there. So we see that's going left of center there. Realme, he'll take the run up, and Realme will be tackled 28 meters out there for the first of the set. That will go to Smith. Smith onto Gamer. Gamer with the break. Gamer with the run. Oh, Gamer, you have got some game tonight, I'll tell you that, son. That is on the 50-meter line there. Joey June making the break, gets the offload to Mariora. Mariora going through. What a fend, but that is then tackled onto the 25-meter line. We are 3 tackles done in this set, and the Knights have somehow found something. I don't know what they found. Borderline pass there, but it's let go by the referee. Cameron Smith tackled on the 10-meter line there. Daniel, 6 again. Daniel, what is happening to these Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos really lacking some discipline. I think that's their 4th penalty, or penalty/6 again of this half, and that's a beautiful ball.
Onto Ewan Mayava, but he has taken in a great tackle there. And as you were saying, it is discipline that is killing this Broncos outfit. As we see Joey June pushing, but taken down short. They're setting up for a great screenplay here. Pretzel will... Oh, I don't think he got that down. We'll see. It's been sent up to the bunker as no try. We'll see what happens here. And just onto his back there. Oh, that would have been a great way to bring back what has been a shaky start for the man. But as we see, no try here, and that will be fourth on the 10. That's going on to Mayava. Mayava onto Reel Me onto the other Mayava. At 10 meters out there. That's 80 meters in this set, and what a set it's been from the Knights. As we see Plush going on to Reel Me. Reel Me tries to kick it, but that goes nowhere. Cahill he'll take the tackle. He'll take the one about 11 meters out there. And Daniel, that is very likely to be not called for tackle off the ball. Malolulu, what a great run there. And Daniel, just as I was about to ask you as our colour commentary for the night, what is it these Broncos have to do to get back in the game after a brilliant start?
I think they need to fix up their discipline. I think they just need to get back into the grind of the game. They've been sort of out of the grind of the game, just looking for cheap meters or cheap everything, and this is not working.
What is going on? Something is happening out of dummy half there, and you can see Cahill. He's not happy with what's going on. He's asked for Liam Ryan to take it, and Liam with a break. Liam Ryan almost saves that for the Broncos. The fifth again option there, though, not eventuating, and that will be a handover on the 25th.
Yeah, well, that's a weird one, running out of dummy half on the fifth tackle. I don't think that was in the playbook there, but it sort of worked. But if it didn't work, it would have put them under a lot of pressure, and I do not know what is happening with these two teams. They're just spamming the dummy half runs.
There's a lot going on there. I think Plush wanted to see what he could do there. He's looking at Ryan. He's saying, whatever you can do, I can do better as the true dummy half here. Oh. Mayava with another break. She's looking for a second. She off. Reel Me onto Gamer. Gamer taking that up the middle. And what a good set from the Knights there. They're third of this set, and they are 10 meters out. Reel Me passes it on to Mayava. Mayava onto Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson taking four with him down there. And then will be tackled 5 meters short of the line. Plush onto O'Keens. Keens tackled. That is, again, short, but that is a 70-meter set, or 69 meters if you want to be accurate. Keens to Plush. Plush to Reel Me. Reel Me goes for the high bomb there, and we can see great kick chase, but unfortunately not weighted enough, and Lachlan Holmes takes that it's been a very long night, and what's happening here? But he will take that in the in-goal zone, and that will be 7 from the 20.
Yeah, the Broncos here really have a good chance to capitalise off this 7-tackle set if they do it right. Might get in range for an attacking kick, try to force some pressure for the Knights, but that's not a good run there, getting driven back.
Yeah, that's been the song all night, hasn't it? They've either been driven back or there's a lot of errors that have been going on. But at least this time we're not seeing the dummy half just stand there. He does seem to be passing it. And we see Lee taking it up onto the 50. That will be the fourth of this set. Looks like they're trying for the dummy half run there from Rossini, but he tackled. That's the fifth, and that will be 45 meters out. They've got to get a good deep kick in here and a good kick chase. Goes to Davis. Davis with a long boot down and well-weighted kick, but that will be taken by Hodgkinson, who will be tackled on the 10-meter line, just as we said, Daniel. Great kick return, and that will be that set them up for a good set here.
Yeah, the Knights just going to have to do some hard yards getting out their own set. They haven't really done this pretty much all of the game. The Broncos just been handing them either line breaks or penalties or whatnot. So we'll see how they can get out their own end here as Gamer driven back.
Yep, you're absolutely right there, Daniel. There's been a few soft meters being made here by the Knights, but that is not to take anything away from their attack here. It has been great. Probably one of the weakest sets we've seen from them this half there, the fifth tackle on the 35. Looks like Reel Me might be going for that 40-20 there, but just doesn't have the angle. That goes to Liam Ryan. Liam Ryan with a break, with another break. He breaks out at 3. And he'll be tackled there on the 5th to start this set. We'll see if this is a resurgence from the Broncos. And Rossini, again, just not knowing what to do. It's almost like he just hasn't memorized what the play is. We see Ryan passing it on to Davis. Davis onto Manolulu. And he will be taken there 45 meters out for the third of the set. We'll see if Rossini does anything with this one. He passes it on. Holmes breaks through one, but is taken down there on the 32nd meter line. The Broncos, they're trying to mount something. Chaz Dingo, he takes a hit up. but he will be
Great run.
tackled 20. He'll be taken 20 meters out here. Fifth tackle. They need to put a high bomb up here, I believe. And we'll see Jay. He does just that. Puts up the bomb. Where's the chase? And we see it. Aaron Lee take about. That was a great chase, but supporting Daniel.
Yeah, that was a good kick there. Just probably a bit not deep enough for the Broncos to really make a contest of it. They made the catch, but not really any room to move as the Knights working out their own end pretty well here. Also, Charlie Rossini needs to stop running the ball out dummy half. It's clearly not working, and I think he just needs to get to his playmakers.
And I obviously do know Charlie quite well from our time there at the Rays, and I can say that he does love to try and really inject himself into the game. That can be a great thing sometimes, but other times you just need to listen to your captain and follow the set play here. As we see Liam Ryan, he has been everywhere this half. He has been one of the standouts for the Broncos. He will take the ball off the 40-metre line there. We see Davis. Davis taking through. He'll go to Manalalu. A break. And he's just passed that on to Smith as soon as he's done that. That is not what you want there. Sometimes you just need to take the tackle. Smith, he'll be taken on the 50-metre line there. Through to Plush. Plush onto Realme. Realme onto Maiava. To Josh Hodgkinson. He'll be taken there on the 40-metre line. Maiava makes the break, almost makes another one, gets the offload. Maxwell, here he comes, and the Knights, they're knocking on the door once more. He'll be tackled very short out there, about 8 meters. Maxwell goes on to Endurian onto June. June pushes, June struggles, June gets there. What a try. Joey June, take a bow.
Yeah, well, that's not what you want to do just before half-time. Only 40 seconds left in the half, and the Broncos have let in another try here. Looks like they'll be going to the break with a... Oh, my math is not good. 18-point deficit.
Your math is on song here tonight, Daniel. As long as Josh can get this kick over, as long as Pretzel can get the goal, and for all money, this is a pretty easy kick. He'd be pretty unfortunate not to get this. And as we say that, he gets it. He will be taking this Knights lead. He'll take this Knights lead to 18, as you mentioned, 22, plays 4 coming into the halftime break here. And Daniel, if you are Jack Carhill, what are you telling your Broncos outfit today?
I'd be telling them to... I don't know. You'd probably be telling them to stop making errors, stop giving away penalties, and yeah, you'd just be telling them to do what they're doing at training and fix their game up.
And I would agree with you wholeheartedly as the halftime hooter rings out here at Suncorp. What a way to take it. 22-4. And welcome back, ladies and germs, to a very quiet cauldron here at Lane Park, the end of Caxton Street. I almost said Caxton Street ground myself. I do apologise. We see Pretzel lining up. And Daniel, the numbers, they don't lie, and they spell disaster for Brisbane tonight.
Yeah, Brisbane not really looking too hot. Start this game off, as we'll see Rossini taking the run up there. And yeah, the Broncos really going to have to go off to a hot start here if they want to mount any sort of comeback here. 18-point deficit. It's looking pretty dire here.
And not just on the scoreboard, but we were seeing as Chaz Dingo takes the hit up over the 35 there, we were seeing a possession count somewhere in the count of 61% to 39% in the favour of the Knights. Not a single player from the Broncos either cracking 100 metres in that half, but several Knights making it over that 100 there as well. So we see Callum Murray, he's tackled. That will be 44 metres in this set. So we see Jay going for the long kick down the line. And that's going to Ewan Maiava, who was a bit more quiet than we thought he was in that first half. According to the stats, only 40 metres gained, but of course getting that stellar try in that first half. Maiava also 100 in that first half there. She'll be tackled on the 20. So we see Latu taking it up. Better defensive set. Offloading to Maxwell, but Maxwell smacked down. We see Realme taking the... Which, that's been the story of the night of just terrible kick after terrible kick. The man taking it down to the 40.
No.
That will We see Rossini, he wants that. Has a bit of white line fever, it appears, and he'll be tackled there on. We see Ryan going to Micaiah. Micaiah on to Jay. Jay taken there on the. That will be the third. We'll see the play. We'll see if Rossini goes for a run, but he through. Quickly closed up around him. Fourth, 10 metres out. We see Jay. Jay going on to Ryan. Ryan tries, but 40 metres on that set. And they've got to kick it. They've got to kick it high. Here we go. We'll see Jay. He's gone for the grubber, but Ewan Mayava straight down into his guts. Daniel, what do you think of that set there?
Yeah, well, a lot better of a set there from the Broncos there. Just not really throwing much at them, I thought. The Knights pretty much had them covered that entire set, and apart from a pretty janky kick on the last there, not much happened. Oh, Plush, absolutely putting Jack Cole in the dirt. Take that one, son.
Plus showing how it's done. And now my Barber wants to join the party, but obviously not going nearly as deep in that run. It's fifth tackle on the 50. You see Pletzel taking a kick, and that's gone down deep. He's going for the corner. That will be fielded well by Holmes. Holmes trying to get up, but again, that kick chase return from the Knights has been on song. And that will be played 15 metres out. Jay taking the hit up from two Knights defenders there. He'll take that just north of the 20-metre line. And they'll run it through. That looks like they're really favouring that right edge. It's Cahill. He tries to get through, but is swarmed in that line. Rossini passes on to Murray. Murray taking up the hit again. They're going for a lot of these one-run hits. Jay taking the kick a little bit past the 20. But will that go? No, that won't. It just did not have the angle. It's my other. It's taken there on the 22nd metre line. And Daniel, that is a great way to respond from both teams here.
Yeah, the Broncos looking a lot more alive to start the set, and the Knights looking really great in defense so far. So that's a nice line from Latu.
As we see Latu getting the offload, keeping the ball alive is the name of the game for Tara Maxwell. He is taken 35 metres out. Third of the set here tonight. Realme is taking, he tried to get the offload, but no one on, and he'll be taken there 25 metres out. Plush onto Latu. Latu onto Pretzel, back inside to Mayava. Mayava tries to through, but there's no getting through that defensive line. 70 metres gained, and we'll see if they go for the bomb. As we see Latu deciding to run it up, and I think there might have been a bit of miscommunication as we see the handover on the 10-metre line. Disappointing end to that set.
Yeah, that's not what you do on the last. You need to get to your playmakers there, and yeah, poor end of set there from the Knights. But I mean, when you're 18 points up, you know, sometimes you just want to make the Broncos work out their own set, not really force a kick return or anything.
And there is a smack on Ryan there, showing him you might be the best of this Broncos outfit, but we are better tonight. Micaiah taking that past the 40-metre line. They'll have one more left in this set. Let's see if they can make a huge play here. Oh. Davis deciding to kick early. He's going for it. Looks like the 40-20 was on, but Mayava had that fielded spectacularly. She'll be taken down there on the 30 and will hold that in line in time. Plush. Onto Realme onto Maxwell. Maxwell taking the hit up, and that will be the second on the 40-metre line. Going again towards that left edge. Mayava tries to get through. They seem to have her scouted well. Now, hell yeah, you managed to get into the sheds. What was the word from the captains there?
Well, from Pret Love, he was pretty happy with his team's performance out there. Just thought their defense was really on, and yeah, he just thought they played really well as a team, you know, just connecting really good. And Captain Jack Carr was, well, I can't even repeat what he was saying, but, you know,
I imagine, I can just imagine what he would be saying after that. That is a forced dropout that didn't need to happen. Sorry to interrupt you there, Daniel.
No problem.
It seems, as we're trying to get the analysis, a lot is still happening in this evolving game. As we see now Endurian taking that past the 40-metre line for the first of this set. It was a great drop kick from the Broncos there. As we see Kamialoa taking that past the 30. The Knights seem to have this, again, they seem to have the answer for the Broncos' questions. Smith, hasn't he been on song from right centre? He's had over 100 running metres in that first half, and he'll play that on the 15-metre line even, sorry. Latu, he'll take that, and he'll be held just short, 4 metres shy of the line. The Knights, they play it. Pretzel onto Maiava. Maiava onto the other Maiava for another spectacular try, and the Maiavas have set themselves up well here tonight.
Yeah, Ewan Maiava just getting over for his second try of the night. Beautiful step there, stepping past 2, and yeah, the Knights looking really explosive to start this half, extending the lead. And well, this is getting into dangerous territory. I think we may be close to what would be a record-breaking comeback if they were to win. So very tough task for Brisbane to get back into this one.
As we see, Pretzel's kick is good. He is happy. He has found his kicking feet, and they are answering well tonight. And as you said, we will be nearing a record-setting comeback if one is mounted. Newcastle taking a 24-point lead, 28-4. The clock is slowly becoming the enemy of the Broncos here, Dan.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, from the hot start at the start of the game, they scored the first try, but ever since then, they haven't really done much. As Jack Carl, beautiful tackle off the kickoff, just trying to inspire his troops. I think he'll be off in about 10 minutes.
He will be off very soon as that lock change is coming. Plush onto Pretzel. Pretzel on the inside to Latu. Latu with break, and he will be tackled 45 metres or even 49 metres as he gets a few post-contact metres there. Pretzel running it through, but he is swarmed by the Broncos. And you can see Cahill from the position barking orders at his troops. He really wants them to get into this. He knows they can do it, but Plush making a big run off the offload there will be tackled on the 30-metre line, 62 metres from that set. We can see them setting up for the screen kick. Realme taking a big kick down to the corner, waited well. The kick chase should be on, but Madden with a break. He'll be tackled 25 metres out there. And you can see a couple of these Broncos fans, they're getting restless. They want to try. They're not going to get one. Latu. What do you say to that? That no one wanted that one there, Daniel.
Yeah, well, that was a horrible kick there from the... sorry, not a kick. Horrible pass there from the Broncos. Beautiful inside ball.
Maiava! Sorry, I just love shouting that name. Maiava with her second. That'll be 2 for Ewan. That'll be 2 for Mai. The Maiava, I will say the Maiavas, they're beating Brisbane. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, definitely is. Not sure why this is taking a long time to give us the try, but there we go. Green lights there, and Newcastle, this is a flogging now.
Jack Carl, he's trying to keep his head held high. You can see it tonight. He's still screaming at them that this is not over till it's over. But at some point, you got to start thinking about next week and what you are going to do to get this fixed up. And on that, Daniel, as our analyst tonight, if you're the Broncos coach, what do you change? What do you do?
Well, you've got to change something because currently 1-3 going into next week. Well, you'd say so. It's not really looking good for them. I'm just looking at the team list, just look at what you could change. Maybe you could play around with the halves pairings. Pretzel
with the break. Sorry to cut you off there, Daniel, but what a great break from the number 6. Please continue. I do apologise.
Yeah, maybe you could switch up the halves pairings. They haven't really clicked tonight. Maybe a change of scenery for both could help them out. You could change up that middle rotation a bit. I think you'd probably want to keep Carl at lock, but you could play around with some of the other ones. Second row pairings you could probably look at as well. And yeah, there's a lot they could change, and I'm sure you'll make the best decision.
Again. Sorry, every time we have a bit of analysis, there seems to be another big break coming from one of these sides. But honestly, yeah, Daniel, I would agree with you. Say, look to your middles, because that seems to be where they're carving them up, or they've been covering them up all night there. You've got to change something in that middle rotation as we see the handover on the 10-meter line there. And while you do look at potentially keeping Cahill at lock, do you look at potentially even moving him into the number 8 position at the half-time?
Yeah, well, maybe you'd try to gain more minutes. I mean, if he moves to 8, then he'd be playing 75 instead of 65. So it's potentially something you could do to game on the later stage.
And I would say this would also be something you would be practicing at Red Hill after tonight, is just getting those passes right. They've been killed on the errors tonight. As we saw at halftime there, they were leading the error count 4-1. That's not good. That's not what you want when you want to win a game.
Yeah, definitely is good shift there. Broncos just need to work on their discipline through the week, work on their errors, and be a much better side.
Lasu, on to June. June will take that, and that will be tackled about 12 metres out. Lasu again taking 12 metres out. They did not make much on that one, but again, when you're this far ahead, this deep in territory, you kind of just want to rub salt in the wounds a little bit at this point. Pretzel with a very well-weighted kick, but that has been taken well by Crutcher. And Crutcher will be tackled out. And you've got to feel for these Broncos fans. They're chanting certain words again. I don't think I can repeat here in the commentary box. And speaking as someone who spent quite a bit of time in Brisbane, you don't want to get your fans parochial against yourself.
Oh, it was Pretlove as well. Beautiful tackle. Driving him over the line.
Got to give the credit where it's due there to Pretzel. He has really come on song after a very, very ordinary start. But again, you can hear the Knights fans are out screaming the Broncos fans, and that's a very rare occasion for Brisbane. So we can see Joey June trying to cross over, but will be tackled short. That's second tackle. And that is an intercept by Phillips! Phillips with a break! Phillips with a gallop! He wants to show that this game is not yet dead. There is still life in this Broncos outfit, as we see Rossini taking one of his trademark at this point, darts from dummy half. Ryan passing on to Dingo. Dingo passing on to Rossini, and Rossini, now he'll get a bit of chance to have a gallop, but he will be taken there on the 40-metre line. And we'll see where the play comes from here. Ryan trying to take a break. He's showing them. That's how it's done, Rossini. That's how you make your break out of dummy half. He'll be tackled there. Rossini passes on to Jay. Jay on to Crutcher. Crutcher on to Holmes. Holmes will be kept in play there, but he'll be tackled about 18 metres out. 80 metres gained from that set. There is life in this Broncos pack yet. Jay with the big bomb. The chase is on for the Broncos, but they aren't able to catch that. Ewan is, and he will be tackled there 8 metres out. And you have to say that is a let-off for the Knights there.
Yeah, the Knights just holding on there as the Broncos threw a lot at them that set, and some promising signs for what they can potentially do in attack, but they just need to put more sets like that together.
That's it. And again, though, that clock, it's quickly becoming an enemy. They'll need quite a few tries. There's Davis with the enemy, and he will be taken down there at the 20-metre line. Rossini passing on to Madden. Madden on to Lee. Lee through the gap. Lee! He gets there, and he shows this Broncos outfit it may very oscillation try, but they are going to do their damnedest to show these Brisbane fans why they pay their hard-earned team. What a try. What a run through the middle there.
Yeah, Lee just off the back of a beautiful ball there, diving over the line. Not much Mike could do coming across to try and make the tackle as Broncos. Bit of a consolation try, only 13 minutes left, but yeah, their last few sets just some promising signs to what they can do as a football team, and they'd be looking to expand on that next week.
And you are exactly right there, Daniel, as Liam Ryan takes the lead back down to 24 points. 34 plays 10 here at Suncorp Stadium. But you are absolutely right there, Daniel. Thinking that this is this is a good way to show that the Broncos have the cattle on the park to get the attack done. But their defense needs to shore up. Defense wins premierships. That's as they say. Pretzel with the kickoff. He's going right down the guts. And that will be fielded there by Liam Ryan. Liam Ryan, what a night he has had in a losing outfit tonight. He's taken there on the 20. That will be passed then on to Martin. Martin taking the one-up hit-up, and he'll be taken there on the 30-metre line just from that one run. And you can see there's life in this Broncos outfit. Yes, Lee, the man who spurred this on, he'll be taken at the 40. Martin, on to Phillips. Phillips taken there, and he will be put to ground just north of the 50-metre line. This is a good set, but they needed this more throughout the night. Martin passes on to his left to Madden. Madden taken on the 40, and that will be the 5th tackle, 52 metres from that set. They're going to put in a good attacking kick here, you would think. Davis, he's kicked that long and very well weighted to be taken on the 1 metre line by my Barber, and she has tackled there 9 metres out. The Knights. Now hopefully they're not putting the sword in the scabbard yet as they pass on. And he'll be taken there 15 metres out. They'll pass inside to Smith. Smith taking a run in and tackled for his efforts. And hell yeah, you can already see the Knights fans, they're up, they're celebrating. Do you think it's a bit early to take the flags out yet, or they've well earned this celebration?
No, up by 24. I don't think Brisbane have any chance of a comeback here, especially with the clock winding down. They need 4 tries, and they need all of them to be converted to have any chance at winning this game. And just with the time left, I don't see it being possible.
I would absolutely say you're right there, but this is a funny old game as we see Lachlan Holmes. He's tried his best, but that Knights defence had his number.
Yeah, some of the cover defence from the Knights team today has just been spectacular. Them driving the Broncos over the line every time they catch the ball. It's seemed like it's been a regular occurrence, and yeah, they're just doing a great job here tonight.
Exactly. Now, normally you don't want to see your fullback getting up in defence, but honestly, I would say the defence of my mind has won them the game as Lee. Lee's got it through, and that is almost a try of the season, you would have to think. Lee, stand up and take a bow, sir. Stand up and take a bow.
Yeah, well, Anthony Lee just showing why he wants that starting second row spot, in the centres tonight. Didn't really have much impact, but coming on in the props in the last 10 minutes, 2 tries in about, what would you say, like 5-ish minutes?
Around about there, if not 2 tries in about just as many minutes. That is a fantastic effort from the man as Liam Ryan again takes this kick back, and we're down past 24. We're back to an 18-point lead, 3 tries in it. And Pretzel, he is trying to rally the troops. He's telling them, don't take your foot off the gas pedal yet, lads. We've still got a game to play. We still have 10 minutes in this. It's still anyone's game, or at least it can be. I believe that the Knights have probably won this, but again, you never know in this funny old game, do you?
Yeah, it'd be the best comeback I've ever seen if they managed to win this.
And that would be for me too there as Davis is taking on the 20. He passes on to Hitchens. Hitchens on to Madden on the outside there. They're really trying their luck on this wing, but I don't know if that's going to be the wise move. They seem to have had their number right. Martin gets the offload onto Lee. Lee taken on the 40. He's been one of their standouts all night. Rossini trying again for that little dummy half dart. He'll take that 45 into Knights territory there. Lee onto Jay. Jay passes on to Phillips on the outside. Phillips tries to take a break, but he can't get through. 55 taken on that set. As we see, that goes to Jay. And Jay with a miss kick. Oh, I know the game may very well be done, son. But you don't want to see that ever happen.
Yeah, definitely. Captain Jack Carl will not be happy with that one. And Bailey Munro, nice break from him. Yeah.
Bailey Munro Jones. What a rain. You're very right there, sorry. Okay, as we see Smith. Smith taking the tackle on the 20. Plush onto O'Keens. Keens onto Kamaleoloa. Kamealoa, he is pushing, he is driving, but short. They're slow up on the ball here. That you can. This has been a real test of your fitness stat there. Smith, he'll be taken 4 meters shy. Fifth tackle. And they try for the kick. And it's over! Endurian, what a run from All Money. That looked to be a miss kick, but they seem to have gotten on song there.
Yeah, we're in the rain. What an individual. I just saw his facial hair there, and it looked very nice, you could say.
It's a very distinct individual, I would say. Very distinct individual.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw him roaming around Newcastle, I'd probably recognise him with that player model.
And Pretzel, he'll ice that easy as they come. And just as soon as it was down to 18, back up to 24. 40 plays 16 with 3 left to go. You can already see quite a few maroon jerseys have left to beat that Roma Street traffic. Even if they're not going down Roma Street, they're certainly going up Caxton. I can tell you that for certain, Daniel.
Yep.
Okay. And Ryan, he's taking that kick down through now. And the heads are hanging low. But Pretzel, he'll run that through. And even though this is 40 to 16, he's still telling him it's not done yet. Oh, and another penalty. Broncos. And you can see Jack Cahill, he's kicking chairs on the bench. He is not happy about Daniel.
Yeah, well, I don't know how that wasn't a bin there. I mean, the amount of penalties they've given away in this game, you'd think someone would be in the bin, but
well, you would think so, but maybe the referee's looking at the scoreboard, looking at the clock, and going, just not worth it. So we can see Munro Jones. He's been a little lightning bolt. He has flush passing on to Realme on the inside. Realme has options, but decides to take the head up. He'll be tackled 12 metres out from the line. Plush goes on to June. June on to Keynes. Keynes is taking them on. You can see the Knights. They're playing for the inside. Smith, he's trying to cap off. Great game by getting a try, and he does! Oh, Smith, what a go that is, son. What a go that is indeed.
Yeah, beautiful try from Smith there, just driving over the line. Anthony Lee not being able to hold him up, and yeah, beautiful from the Knights. So they'll extend this lead even further. Well, if they had a bit more time, they'd be close to 50.
And as we know in rugby league circles, 50 is the magic number. Now, there is still a minute on the clock. Anything can happen. We do know that in the SRL, we do love to see a forward pass off the kickoff. That is still very much on the cards there, I believe, Dave.
Yeah, well, could potentially happen. We know every team who's conceded 50 has not won the grand final, so could potentially rule out the Broncos here if they manage to score one in the last minute.
And here's the play. They decide not to pass. Smart move from Pretzel there. And that will just about do it. We have 20 seconds left. That's probably enough time for one more play. They make a roll of the dice and go to Joey June. Joey June will be taken there. And that is what time for one more play. The referee has not there. As we heard the whistle go, we heard the siren go before the whistle. But the Knights, the Knights. What about those Knights, Daniel?
Yeah, great performance from the Knights today, extending their win record to 3-1. So great performance from them. Broncos disappointing stuff, but always next week as we'll look at some of the stats here. I'll let you go over them.
Certainly, we'll have a look at the stats, and of course, the big one there, a 30-point thumping to the Knights, 46 to 16, 63%. Not much change from that first. But where I want to see is just those errors. Nearly 10 errors in a game. You're not going if you get 10. I'm sorry to say it. Broncos hold a special. Obviously being there for season. But You can't win if you're doing.
Yeah, definitely is. We'll look at some of the stats here. I'll let you go over these Broncos.
Of course, Jet Davis there, making 85 run meters. Pretty spectacular. There's a try assist and, of course, famous error. We also have Chaz Dingo. Getting one of the big penalties there for getting stuck into their attacking half. Of course, the big ones we want to see: Anthony, 60, getting 100 running. Obviously, one of the standouts, and Charlie Rossini, 105. The big one, of course, though, Liam Ryan there, 131 run meters. Doesn't get better than that. Does not get better than that.
Yeah, definitely is. Here we go. Some of these Knights players. Ewan Mayava, 2 tries, 77 run meters on the wing. Very solid game from himself. Cameron Smith, 180 run meters. He was exceptional tonight on that right edge. Try and a try assist also. 116 passes. That is a lot of passes. I'll let you take over the rest.
Well, of course, Plush there, he was instrumental out of dummy half and set up quite a few attacking plays there. Of course, only getting the 1 try assist, but I would argue he's probably had a lot more there. Now, my Ava, what a game. We were talking just before about how they only got first half, 232 running meters, 16 passes, 8 tackles, only 2 missed, 1 line break, which I would be a. And yeah, they've just been on song, the 2.
Yeah, and Relmi, 3 try assists as well. 153 running meters, pretty good game from him. Latu, 40 minutes, 142 run meters. He was exceptional. 3 line breaks and a tackle break also. I'll let you wrap up the evening.
Yeah, of course there, Daniel. Well, that is full time here at Stadium. If you're a Bronco, get on those drinks. You've earned it. We'll see you all here next time. From myself,